Woman is traveling by bus. She watches the cars pass by. The passengers get down after the bus stops for a break. The woman comes out as well. She is visiting here for the first time. Woman turns to look at the store. She walks in and buys a cup of coffee. The passengers get back on the bus. The woman turns to look at the bus leaving. She has made a decision to stay here. She spends the night at the beach. In the morning, she looks at the busy diner. The woman walks in asking to work there. The owner, Maddie, is really nice and gives the woman a job. The woman's name is Katie and she starts working the same day. With the sum of tips she got, Katie purchases an isolated cabin in the outer part of the town, but she cannot sleep at night. Cold breeze comes through the open window. Katie rushes to close the window, but she falls through the floor. She stays awake drinking coffee all night. Katie is filled with energy and goes out for a walk. She visits the store to buy some snacks, but there is no one at the counter. A little girl comes to greet her. She is Lexi, the daughter of the store owner. Katie likes how cheerful Lexi is and asks her if they have any paint, since she plans to paint her kitchen floor. Lexi finds that idea funny and says they only have a book with the color palettes. Katie finds that okay, and Lexi walks in to get that. The store owner walks in with his supply right then. He notices Katie waiting alone there and walks over. Lexi returns with the book and the father-daughter duo complete the billing. The store owner's name is Alex. The local police come to the diner. Katie hides herself after seeing them. They are here to pick up their lunch. Katie feels relieved and hands over their food. A woman is looking inside Katie's house. Katie returns from work and calls her out. The woman is startled by her return. She is Joe, her neighbor. Joe came in to check in with her new neighbor. Katie introduces herself and asks Joe to visit her anytime. Maddie is at Alex's store. Katie comes there and stops to talk with Lexi outside. She sees Maddie inside and Alex sees Katie as well. Maddie noticed a change in Alex's behavior after seeing Katie. Maddie waves at Katie and leaves the store. Katie walks in only then and shows the color palette, confirming to go with yellow paint. Alex mentions that it will take a day or two to get them. Katie leaves after confirming her order. Joe runs to hear what Katie has been up to till now. They part ways near their houses. It starts to rain the next morning. Katie is busy at the diner. Maddie brings up Alex and his kids. She tells Katie that he has a son named Josh. Maddie tells that Alex lost his wife to cancer a few months ago. She leaves after telling that it was nice of Katie to get along with Lexi. The next day, Katie visits the store to get her paint. Alex offers to drop her, but Katie insists on carrying them herself. Alex watches from inside to see how far she can go. Katie only covered a few feet and realized she cannot go all the way home. Alex likes how funny Katie is and gives her a ride. They reach her home, but Katie tells Alex to leave the paint outside. Alex takes off immediately since he is not welcome to stay. Katie starts the paint job and takes the rest of the day to finish painting. She is too tired and is sleeping, but a car drives by, startling her to wake up. She comes out only in the morning. Katie finds a bicycle outside her cabin. She reads the note to find that Alex left it for her. Katie hates surprise gifts. She takes the bicycle back to Alex and tells it was rude of him to visit her at night. Alex only wanted to help her since she was walking around, but Katie tells him she did not ask him to do so and leaves. Back at home, Joe calls out Katie for being rude to Alex, who was only helping her. Katie realizes she might be in the wrong. Therefore, in the morning, Katie visits Alex to apologize for her behavior. However, Alex mentions that it was wrong of him to think about helping her. He walks past her to take care of the customer. Lexi comes to greet Katie, and as she looks around, Katie notices a kid slip on the boat and fall in the water. Katie freaks out, and hearing this, Alex runs out calling for Josh. Katie looks after Lexi, and Alex, with the help of the customers, pulls Josh out of the water. But Josh pushes Alex away and walks out of there. Katie realizes what Maddie told her about them must be true. Alex takes Lexi back and they tell Katie to take the bicycle. Katie rides it back home happily. Joe is surprised to see Katie riding the bicycle back. The next day, Alex is preparing to take the kids to the beach. Katie rides by at the time. Lexi insists that Katie join them. Alex says that they cannot force her to join them. However, Katie likes the idea. Josh is surprised to find his family taking in a stranger woman. They reach the beach. Alex uses his camera to capture the moments. Katie takes care of Lexi. They even take a picture along with Josh. Alex asks some kids nearby to take their picture. They have their group picture taken. After that, Katie joins Josh to build sandcastles, and she takes the picture of Alex and his kids. Alex takes Katie back home. Katie thanks him for taking her along, and she even talks with Josh to take care of Lexi. The next day, Katie is at work and she calls someone to tell about her work and how she is living well now. Alex visits the diner and invites Katie out to dinner. They enjoy their first dinner together. Alex drops Katie at her home, but she invites him inside. Therefore, Alex makes his move to close the distance, and they decide to check their biological compatibility all night. Back in Boston, a policeman visits the bus station looking for a woman. The woman runs to board the bus outside. One of the guys mentions seeing the woman, but she had short blonde hair. The policeman runs outside seeing the bus leave. He stops the bus and goes inside looking for the woman. She is Katie and is on another bus. The policeman stops another bus. Katie sighs in relief since her bus left in the opposite direction. The policeman did not see that bus leaving. Katie is happy since the policeman is not following her. The policeman goes to the police station in the morning. His colleague hands him the security footage from the bus station. The policeman immediately sits down to look at the footage. He watches hours of footage and finally manages to find Katie boarding a bus to Atlanta. He goes to the bus station to inquire about the bus's destination, but the man at the counter mentions that the bus could have gone anywhere since their station is the main hub leading to several destinations around the state. The policeman checks his system to confirm the details he got from the bus station. He thinks about an alternate plan to find the woman. He visits the neighborhood of the woman and asks around whether any of them have seen her. With no one recognizing the woman, he returns to the police station. He photoshops the picture of the woman, enters the details he knows of, and submits the form. A nationwide wanted poster is created for Katie. Preparations are underway for the festival in the town. Alex visits the police station regarding the permission for handling fireworks. Right then, Alex notices the wanted poster and recognizes the woman as Katie. He takes the poster and leaves immediately. The policeman looks at the photos from the crime scene. He visits the spot looking to find more clues. A paper sticks to his shoe. The policeman picks it up and discovers it is a secret pie recipe. He walks outside with the paper and notices a woman leaving the letters outside in the letterbox. He walks over to the woman's house after she is inside. The policeman takes out the letters and notices her handwriting matching the one who wrote the recipe. Angered that she lied to him before, the policeman walks over demanding she tell him the truth, but she tells him to return with a warrant if he wants her answer. Therefore, the policeman rushes back to the station, but Lieutenant Robinson calls him in. He shows the policeman the wanted poster and asks for an explanation since there was no crime reported, but the policeman mentions that he needs to find the woman. Lieutenant Robinson confronts the policeman and suspends him for misusing his authority. The policeman pleads to not get suspended, but the lieutenant calls him stupid since it is not the right way to look for his wife. At night, the policeman breaks into the recipe lady's house. He looks through the letters for clues. He notices the telephone answering machine and plays the voice messages. Shockingly, he comes across the message Katie left for the lady when she reported her status. The policeman rushes to note down the number and heads out. Katie responds after someone calls her Aaron. It is Alex who shows her the wanted poster. Katie is shocked to see this. Alex confronts her for lying to him all this time and how she might have put his kids in danger. Katie apologizes since she had no other way, but Alex tells her to leave before he calls the police. Katie takes the bicycle and rides back home in tears. She starts packing up her things, and Joe walks in shocked to see Katie leave. She tells Katie to ask Alex for help, but Katie reveals how it was him who asked her to leave, and asks Joe to leave her alone. In the meantime, Alex is having second thoughts about his actions. He comes to Katie's place only to find that she has left already. He drives back and manages to intercept her. Alex apologizes to Katie for his rude behavior before hearing her story, but Katie tells that he was right. Alex mentions that she could get help from the police, and Katie reveals that the one after her is the police. Alex is surprised, and Katie begins to explain her side of the story. Her name is Erin, and one day she was testing her new cherry pie recipe for dinner. That day, his husband, Kevin, who is a police detective, returns home sooner than expected. He walks in to hug her and surprises her by gifting her a necklace. Kevin puts it on her before she says anything. They have a quiet dinner. Kevin says the pie is delicious. Erin gets the plates along with the wine bottle, but Kane tells her to bring the bottle back. Erin looks at him, preparing to hear him shout like usual, but Kevin pushes her back and starts to get violent with her. Erin tries her best to resist, but Kevin gets even more agitated. In the heat of the moment, Erin picks up the knife which fell on the floor earlier and stabs him on the side. Kevin falls back and Erin goes inside to pick some clothes. She looks at him still on the floor and runs outside their house. She rushes, looking back whether he is coming after him. She reaches her neighbor's house and knocks heavily on the door. Mrs. Feldman opens the door to let Erin inside. Erin cuts her hair and explains what happened to Mrs. Feldman. She drops Erin at the bus station and tells her to take care of herself. Mrs. Feldman hugs Erin and mentions that she deserves better. Erin leaves after receiving some money from Mrs. Feldman. She bought the bus ticket, and while on the way out, she bumped into a stranger and mentions that he might have revealed about her appearance to Kevin. Alex tells her that she can be Katie or Erin, but he promises to protect her. Katie reveals that she is too scared, and Alex holds her and they kiss. Katie hugs him and feels safe. Alex takes her to his home. In the morning, Katie spends time with Alex and his kids. After that, Alex asks for Josh's approval since he likes Katie. Josh also mentions that he likes her. Having Katie in their lives has brought the father and son closer. Soon, Kevin reaches Katie's workplace but finds the place empty. The festival parade begins. Kevin looks for blonde women in the crowd. Katie is dancing with Alex and the kids at the time, and Kevin finally manages to catch sight of her. But he is shocked to see Katie kissing another man. Kevin is frustrated, but he controls his anger. He leaves since he cannot do anything here. Joe watches Alex and Katie from afar as well. As night falls, Alex takes Josh along to set off the fireworks. Kevin is waiting outside their store and watches them leave by boat. Alex and his friends start setting off the fireworks. Katie, who is sleeping with Lexi, wakes up hearing the fireworks go off. At this time, Kevin is pouring gasoline on the store. Katie runs out to talk him out of it before he sets it off, but a spark from the firework falls on the deck covered with fuel and the fire sparks. Katie uses this commotion to push Kevin into the water. She is startled to find the entire store go up in flames. Alex notices the store is on fire and leaves Josh in care of his friends and takes the boat. Lexi calls for help from inside. Katie shouts her name, but Kevin sneaks up behind her. Alex reaches the store and climbs up from the shed. He manages to carry Lexi through the window. Alex also finds that Katie is struggling to get free from Kevin, so Alex jumps down and takes Lexi to safety. Having hit the limit, Kevin pulls his gun on Katie, but in the struggle, the gun goes off, killing Kevin. Alex is startled by the gunshot, but Katie comes out unscathed as Kevin lays there lifeless. Katie runs over to Lexi and Alex. The flames die down in the morning. Alex looks through whatever he can save, and he comes across a bundle of letters hidden in the drawer. They are addressed to him and his kids. Alex goes to find Josh, who is in tears after losing the only place which reminded him of his mother. Alex mentions that he also misses her. After some time, Joe comes to find Katie and reveals that she is leaving town that day. Alex looks through the letters and takes one to Katie, who is playing in the swing outside his house. Katie finds the letter addressed to her, and Alex leaves her alone and goes to find the kids. The letter is written by Alex's wife, who has written that if Alex gave this letter to her, then it means that Alex truly loves her. His wife also asks her to take care of Alex and the kids. There is also a photo along the letter which finishes by mentioning that Katie is important to her as well. Katie is surprised to find that his wife is Joe, who she spent a lot of time with in this town. Katie walks over to Alex and hugs him. Later, she goes on a boat ride with her new family in this lovely town.